Hey everybody, the Respiral here, and welcome back to more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Okay, the stolen turnabout. Oh. I just realised that my DS emulator wasn't the active window. Whoops. Ba-ba-bum! Let's do this. The time is 1 AM. Beep. Oh, bloody hell, that was loud. I'm trying to adjust my, volume so it's not too loud and not too quiet. Detective, we made it! Whew! What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh, it's Gumshoe! Oh, you said it, pal. Must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Sure thing, pal. Bloody hell, that was one hell of a code. Whoa. We've been had! Wait. Mask to mask. Salutations! Out front! Guards! Turn on the searchlights! Oh wow. Better look next time, gentlemen. Oh, nice. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Oh man. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. What on earth? Mask to mask. These games really do have just the most interesting of characters. Hey! We're playing as Phoenix. Again. Oh, we're back to being the correct character. So October 11th, 3:24, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh man. God, it's been so long since we've seen Maya. And I actually realised what the song was. I mentioned it, that it's one that really pulls at the heartstrings. It's like the Sisters Ballad. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but I was listening to it and it is really good. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later, this is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls! You haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Huh? Treasure exhibition! The Sacred Urn of Karine Village. I am. Did they not, I was gonna say, did they not break it to fix it? Well, no, because it still says I am as opposed to army. But whatever. Karine Village, isn't that? That's right. It's our hometown, Pearly and mine, that is, and you can actually see Maya's portrait in the bottom left. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Karine exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but... the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. Ooh! That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? You look the same as ever. Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. And also playable character. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling shady? I mean, it is true, you can shapeshift. And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. I'm assuming these are just put in the game in case you've not played any of the other games? Just to kind of introduce the player to the different characters. I mean, to be fair, every Ace Attorney game does, like, tell its own story. It's not like they continue from one another. They have their own story within it, it's just cool to play them one after another. Although technically if you played this and then played the first game, you kind of have a spoiler, because Mia's dead, so... Either way. Karine Village is the home to the mysterious Karine channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Karine School of Channeling's master. Bum bum bum. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. To Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yeah, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. I thought that said, looks like I don't got a choice. I was like, bloody hell, Nick, what happened? Might as well head on out. Yeah, the treasure exhibit poster. Alright. October 11th. Okay, so it's just moved us. Very nice. The main exhibit hall. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh. I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. I can't see anything. So I can see that says Karine Village. Barely. Wow, this is awesome! Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibit is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, I guess we should go and say hello. That seems really weird. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for you in the basement. Wait, I want to examine. No! That happens too much. It always goes to examine. Can I not examine this? Wait, is this like a Karine Village, like, model? Oh, Mystic Maya, look! I can't believe it! It's so cute! It's a little diorama of Karine Village. Yeah, look at that. But somehow it seems to reek of dreariness. Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house! It even says Fay Manor on it! Yikes, you're right. I kinda want to add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got... Wait, is this from... Oh, these are all to do with the Karine Village stuff, I think. I remember this old folding screen here. I'm pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence. In that murder case that happened in Karine Village. This folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Karine Sacred Writings folding screen. If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? Good point, Nick. Who knows? Who knows? So what the hell's this? What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around, with nothing on it. Well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all. Greatest treasure? Is there something like that? Huh? Why, of course there is. Right, Pearly? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll bet it would really take your breath away. Huh? What are they on about? A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. Pretty sure the number had gone up since the last time I saw it. Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Right, I think we're officially done here and can go to the basement. To the basement! Ba 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 ba. Okay, basement warehouse. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Huh? A monster! You were right! Huh? A monster? Oh my god, it's Adrian! Good evening, it's good to see you again. Adrian Andrews. You, I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Hello. I mean, to be fair, if you didn't play the games in order, it would be very weird. Because the dialogue it's not like it wouldn't make sense, because it totally would. It's just the fact that characters meet one another, and they kind of reminisce over previous cases. So if you hadn't played the previous games, it would sort of spoil them. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Oh yeah, she was kidnapped. Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. Yes, she has. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. Oh, we can talk. I do not like that there's no music. Adrian Andrews. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? But why are you spazzing out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle Pearl further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. Jeez, that's how long, like, the gap of time between the two games? Sheesh. You don't remember, do you? The Nickel Samurai case. Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. I mean, she's actually smiling. Whew, that's a relief. I mean, that was something she never did. Previously, she was highly dependent on people, reliant on people even, and also never cracked a smile, where it seems she's completely different. Even changed her look. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So, this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So, what is with that face she's making? Okay, I can't do anything. Okay. Oh wait, I can... How do I do this? I don't remember. That's how I do... ooh! No, you press the left bumper. I keep thinking it's the right bumper to shift to the right and left bumper to shift to the left, but it isn't. Let's examine this. Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Army, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Karine channeling technique. I think it said Army Fae, but I didn't read. The statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Fae branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Army Fae's golden statue added to the court record. I really don't like the fact there's no music. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me. How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Karine... Woo? Shichishito. 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 Whatever. It's a ceremonial sword. That's all that matters. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Looks pretty damn sharp. Oh, phooey. I wanted to cut something. Why are you eyeing me for? Shouldn't that have been what are you? Oh look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Oh, well actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, there's the music. I thought for some reason like the game was broken or something. Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. Sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? Let's do it. After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Because of course. Wouldn't be an Ace Attorney game if everything was super duper happy. The one thing I really wish happened with the series is that they made a game where you could choose your defense attorney. So, like, you could choose between, I can't really say, because they're from future games. That's not really a spoiler though, is it? You could choose from, like, Phoenix, Apollo, the chick from Dual Destinies. Like, It'd just be cool if you was able to choose your defense attorney and they all had their own separate, like, story. I don't know, when I started this session, I was just thinking about that and I was like, that'd be a really cool thing. Either way, October 12th, 10:09. Nick, this is terrible. What the... You're cleaning the toilet again? Why do we have a toilet in the office? It's like in this main room. I just find it funny that there's not like a... It doesn't look like we're in a toilet. I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. But Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Lordly Taylor? You don't think? Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask the Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Corrine Striker urn was stolen. Why the hell would they want something that says I am? Or something that's broken to begin with? What? Oh my god. Why? Sacred urn. Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Corrine Village, that's all. Look, it's right there on the poster. Is it going to show us the same one? Yeah. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Don't think so, considering it's been broken countless times. Namely, the soul of Mystic Army Faye, the founder of the Corrine channeling technique. Right, Pearly? No, yes. That's right. Hold up. And she only just realises it says I am. Oh my god, she has only just realised. How stupid can you be? I thought that urn had the name Army written on it. Now it says I am? Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Well... There are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? Is this going to show us a flashback to the second case of Justice for All? That's right, 1 year ago, there was a murder in Corrine Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn. It turned out to be an important clue in that case. Oh wow. Oh wow, we have the sacred urn that's not broken. What to do? Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What is wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean what's... Whoa, Mr. Nick. Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Corrine School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah. And get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man. There's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So, what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask. Make a note of it, Mask the Mask. Alright, last year's incident. We on about the... what is it? It was terrible, I was arrested and everything. Oh, when she was... okay, I see. Framed. 1 year ago, the murder in Corrine Village. Bum bum bum. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Well, not really. The only thing that it proved was that... one person didn't notice something that they should have, which was Pearls in the hallway. Fixing the urn. Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone. I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember, this urn used to say Army on it. Oh dear. And yeah, it just showed the same picture and everything. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it, let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of army it says I am. Oof. She did a good job, though. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. They're just not the most observant of people, it would seem. Ba 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 ba. Ba-do-do-do-do. Here we go. So Lordly Taylor, main exhibition hall. Unless, was that cushion meant to hold the urn? No, it can't have. Because if it was, then it would have been there previously. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything's been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy? Huh. Hey, you can't fuck around here, pal. Hey, it's Gumshoe! Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. Gumshoe! It's you! And I'm the one who should be saying, not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? Because I'm a defense attorney. That doesn't really mean anything, but still. I should be asking you that, aren't you? Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. That was a good chance for you to try and remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again too, I guess. Aw, I mean, she's trying. It's sweet. What happened? Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name? Atta girl. It's Gumshoe. Okay. Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Bloody hell, straight face. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask. I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Hey again, psych. How's it going? Wrong. The urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So, who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. That's good. He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. An ace detective? Okay, mask to mask. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this mask to mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true mask to mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. Hey Frosty, how's it going? What, then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. Whoa, god, there's so much stuff to read. Ace Detective. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Oh, that is impressive, all by himself. Oh, I'm glad. I'm not so bad, thanks. Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal, maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Calling card. I know about calling cards. I played Persona 5. So, what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the newsflash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Ah, very fancy. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. Interesting that she says that. Foreshadowing! Basement warehouse. October 12th, Lordly Taylor. Basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. Me too, because it has no music. That's probably because it's air-conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Oh, what the heck does that mean? Oh man, look at this guy. How the hell is that eyepiece staying in his eye? It's not a monocle, it's a magnifying glass. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Oh god, that thing broke. Who are you anyway? Shh, silence! Oh god. Alright. This guy is weird. Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What do you see? Zvari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveller of both time and space, a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman. The sheer power of the nose. He does have a really pointy nose. To introduce myself, the name is Atme. Luke Atme. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that every character in this game, series, has like a wordplay for a name. His name is Luke Atme. Look at me. Ace Detective. Ace Detective, look at me. Oh, hi. Wow, he really does have a pointy nose. I didn't realise it was that bad. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. I mean, he looks quite normal from the front. And then he turns, and it's like, holy shit. He might poke your eye out with it. The name's Wright, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pelfey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Brilliant. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase one shot of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Because he's insane. I still can't believe I didn't get that his name was Look at Me. By the way, Ace Detective. So, are you really as famous as you say? I thought he was going to stare at me some more. Of course, for a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I have no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. Ooh, look at him. Or should I say, Luke at him. I am Master Mask's arch enemy, the ace detective Luke at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I've been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask. With my brawny mind and brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news, in the Great People of the Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Is that what's on his finger? Oh. Well, compared to the treasure that I received from them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Seemingly. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. Honestly, this guy might be an absolute nutcase, but I like how he talks. He makes everything sound so... magnificent. I see. Huh, hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor. Naturally. Where Damask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps, more like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. What if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail? I can try. He'll probably just try and turn it and praise himself even further. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course. I would really like him to say elementary, my dear Watson. I know he never would, but it would just really fit his character. But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere. Pinocchio. I first received a request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. The calling card arrived, right? Yes, so, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. And waited for him. Alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Because I am Luke Atme. Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. I thought you can say out of sight and out of mind. Concealed? Ah, Pell. Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through the entrance. What the bloody hell happened? Army's been moved, there's like shit on the wall, and that... whatever it was called. Shichi Shito. I can't remember what it was called. The fancy ass sword is broken too. Came through that entrance, nevertheless. The sacred urn disappeared. It was like magic! Magic, I tell you! But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question,